Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 2 of the Barnsley FC 24 save. We are into January and this is a huge month in the championship. We've got Blackburn away, QPR away, Sheffield United at home and Coventry at home. But we also have an FA Cup third round tie at home against local rivals Leeds United. Big month, we're on the edge of the playoffs. We've got an opportunity to start chasing that last place, maybe trying to get into 6th. 4 points off as we start the day in 8th position. We're behind Sheffield United, who we do play in this episode. So if we can get a good result against the Blades, maybe we can push on and hopefully get ourselves into the top 6. First of all, we're travelling up to Blackburn Rovers. We're going to sim this one. They're in 21st place. We'd normally have played this game actually, against the relegation team to try and get some points on the board. But with the game against Leeds, we've got to prioritise the big derby. We'll stick with our 5-3-2, Nuaneri and Cole leading the line. And we end up losing Semi Smodics with the goal in the 35th minute. And it's enough for them to see the result through. Waters came on, Cadden came on but couldn't turn the game around. And unfortunately we start this month's episode with a defeat in the sim. We were the early kick-off as well, so we don't actually see any of the results. So we don't know what impact that's had in the league. But next we'll travel down to QPR. The reason I wanted to play this, QPR have their real ground in the game. So it's nice to be able to play at Loftus Road or whatever sponsorship name that's probably got now. They've got a decent size as well. Whalemark on the right is really pacey, Frey up top and Colback in midfield, all steely players. And we start pretty early in the highlights with Williams on the ball. Williams clips it into Devante Cole. Cole can't quite get it. Can't bring it down at all. And it's Hinshelwood on the edge of the box looking out for Gibson. Gibson now. And he's hauled down from behind. Awful challenge by Laracouche there. What's the ref going to do here? Hopefully it's a red. Yes, rightfully so. You can see the ground. See what I mean? It's really nice to have that real life ground in the background. So absolutely wonderful. But what a great start for us with them going down to 10 men so early. We need to make sure we capitalise on the extra man. Horrible challenge from the player. And we need to make this count now. We're into the 24th minute now. Nuaneri, great play to dispossess there. Finds Devante Cole. Devante Cole drives it across the keeper. Asmir Begovic's got no chance. And we take a 1-0 lead. Cracking play by Nuaneri to win the ball high up the field here on the left. Actually a decent through ball for once for this game. Sometimes with the pass error it can be a bit wonky. But it made its way through to Cole. And Cole does what he does. Drilling past the keeper. Excellent finish, and that gives us a 1-0 lead midway through the first half. Cole has been on fire again this year. 25th minute. He's got 12 goals in this season so far. 70th minute now of the game. This ball, QPR got in midfield. Dazal dispossessed. This time Cole's got it. Cole's dribbling through. Hinshelwood's took it off his toe. Hinshelwood with it. Hinshelwood makes it 2. 72nd minute. We are 2-0 up at Loftus Road against the 10 men of QPR. Hinshelwood with a lovely finish there. When he took the ball off Cole, you had to question it. The boys got confidence there. And the guy that we've got on loan from Brighton, looking very sharp in our midfield. It'll be his last action of the game because we all swap him out for Wolf because his fitness is jaded. But 2-0, we can make these changes. That's what Wolf's in the squad for. And Hinshelwood will take his leave after scoring his goal. Well played, son. Last few minutes of the game, literally the last minute of the game now. We're driving down the left-hand side with Cadden. Cadden with it. Can he look to the back post? There's not much in the box at all. Williams is there. Keeps the ball in play. Recycles it back to Cotter. Cotter, great drive. It just bounced off Willock. And that surely will be the end of the game. We're 2-0 up. We just need to see this one out. Gibson will whip the corner in. That early sending off made a big difference. We've had a lot of the ball. You can see the stadium's half empty. Fans are not happy. It's an awful corner. They blast it away. And that will be game. So, 97 minutes against QPR, we come away with a lovely 2-0 win against their 10 men. The stadium's practically emptying already. And hopefully this will kickstart our month. After losing 3 games in a row against Swansea, Luton and Blackburn, this win is massive. It gets us back on track. We had 9 shots to their 1, which you could expect against a team with down to 10 men. But possession-wise, we need to get better at possession. Maybe that's something we need to look at for next season. Luton beat Millwall. Bournemouth and Norwich drawing, so some big games at the top. Very close. We take our lead from the league action now to face our local rivals, Leeds United, in the FA Cup. Leeds were promoted to the Premier League, and rightfully so, looking at their squad. 7th minute of the game, Hinshelwood with it. Connell looking to build through midfield. Nwaneri, nice forward play by Barnsley so far. Gibson, Cole with it. It's dispossessed by Koch. It's gone out towards the right back, Cody Drama. Drama with it. It's being pressed, really high pressed by Barnsley in this opening 10 minutes or so. Nwaneri, Cole. Nwaneri looking for the through ball to Styles. Styles with it, lifts it. No, he's got nothing back with him. Back to Cadden. Cadden puts it into the back post. Headed up but not out by Angelino, and Cole can make it 1-0. Devante Cole rose between their two centre-backs after Angelino's poor headed clearance. And Leeds have just been an absolute shambles at the back for the first 10 minutes of this game. Undecisive, and they're just... the high press from us is just absolutely keeping us on top of them at the moment as it stands. Hopefully we can keep pushing and build on this 1-0 lead, but we have caught Leeds napping, and I don't think they'll like it very much. You can see the header from Angelino just went up, didn't go anywhere out. I mean, Cole gets up above Ampadu and Koch to make sure he gets his head on it first and gives us a 1-0 lead. Devante Cole, 13th minute of the game, his first goal in the FA Cup, obviously, because this is the first match we played in the FA Cup this season. 34th minute now, Jack Harrison on the ball into Mark Roja. Roja into Jorginho. Jorginho back to Koch. Leeds have had some really good possession since we scored our goal, and Koch on the ball, looking to bring it forward. Back into Rutter again. Rutter into Nketiah. Nketiah, some good feet outside the box, into Somerville. Somerville drops his shoulder, fires past Cooper to give them a leveller just before half time. Serencio Somerville, what a player he's been for them. Drops his shoulder, moves past the defender as if he's not there. Just that first touch gives him the space, and from just outside the box, Cooper's got no chance. Leeds United level. The swerve on that, it just took it away from Cooper enough that he couldn't get a hand to it. And Leeds are level just before half time. Bit of a blow to go in level after just before the break, but we've got a chance, and we need to make sure we're tight before that we don't give another one away. We instantly give the ball away with Harrison now attacking. Harrison out wide to Drama. Drama back to Koch. Koch looking through the midfield. He's just been allowed to carry the ball so far. Jorginho, Ruta, Drama. Some good possession from Leeds, but we're not going very far. But maybe I've spoken too soon. Ball goes into Nketiah. Step overs for days. Slots the ball through. There's Somerville. Big save by Cooper. Keeps us in the game. They could have had 2 in a couple of minutes there. And it's half time finally. We scored the first goal with our first chance after a poor defensive display by Angelino. Leeds then have just turned on the style. 64% possession. They've had the 2 shots which you've just seen from Somerville. And we just need to stand firm. The second half proving to be very, very disrupted by both teams. Neither team getting into their flow, but Nketiah with it pushes forward. Big tackle by Earl. Cadden can move it up the line, but it's intercepted by Drama into Harrison. Poor again. It's just real lack of quality from both sides as they're both tired. But Nketiah with it. Squares it to Rutter. Rutter makes it. Oh, and it's a big save. And Harrison cannot complete the game for Leeds United with the rebound. Came back out to him. He had a lot of goal to aim at there. And he just managed to hit it into the side netting. Say Leeds have had most of the ball. It's been a real lack of quality with it, like exactly that, and the game finishes as 1-1, and we will face a replay back at Elland Road. Herbie Kane did pick up a yellow card and all of that. Cole should have probably got a card for that last challenge, but we were outclassed there. 66% possession, 4 attempts to our 1. We scored our only attempt on goal. Backs against the wall, but there was no real quality. Leeds had all the hustle, they had the ball a lot, but they couldn't drive forward, and thankfully we managed to see the game out. 1-1 draw, and we will go back to Elland Road. Norwich knocking Man United out there in round 3. Interesting result that. Sad news though, with Herbie Kane picking up that yellow card in the last game, that is actually his last action as a Barnsley player. We received a bid from PSV in Holland, and just to keep the save realistic, we couldn't turn it down. Don't want him to leave. He's been excellent for us in the first couple of seasons that we've had him, or the first 18 months that we've had him in game. He's been a superb midfielder for us, but he has peaked. He's had an approach from a top European team who will pay him vastly more than we could have. And we do turn a nice little profit on him, bringing in around £4 million for him. To keep the save realistic, we just need to sell players when they're at their peak or when a realistic bid comes in. And as long as we get an A for the price rating, I'm very happy with that. Excellent deal. 4.2 is the most we could get. We got 4.1-ish. Connell's a good cover for him, but we already had someone else lined up should we sell him. And incoming from Huddersfield Town, moving just over the way, is Jack Rudoni. Rudoni is a player I've always liked in FIFA. He's a superb player. Very technical, very quick, good shot on him. And he'll fill that role that Kane's left completely. Young age, decent, cheaper as well. We've made just over £1 million profit through this deal, selling one and bringing the other in. We only get a C, but we negotiated hard with Huddersfield. They did not want to move on the price. And Jack Rudoni becomes a tyke. Really pleased to bring him to Oakwell. He'll fit into that midfield really nicely. We're probably going to rejig our formation a little bit to get the most out of him because he is really a cam. So hopefully we'll start to use the other formation that we've been looking at, and we'll put him straight into the side against Sheffield United. Sheffield United are currently in 6th. They're a team we are chasing for a playoff berth. We're currently in 8th as it stands, and if we can get a result here, we might be able to catch them. Styles with it, looking to clip it over to Rudoni, but it's blasted away. Earl with the ball. Earl moves it wide to Williams. Williams looking for a player inside. Connell's there. It's very congested in the middle, and Robinson turns the ball over. Hamer with it now. Sheffield United congesting that middle area and attacking down the wings. Jamal Lowe goes backwards back to Jack Robinson. This is good possession by Sheffield United, but they're not really going anywhere as we look to press high up the field. Robinson with it now. Lowe's looking to exploit that space behind Williams. It's a great drop of the shoulder and he's gone. Buckley's coming across to try and cover off the cross. Lowe with it. It's running into a corner. Oh, he's just cut inside us completely there. Oh, this is way too easy. Archer with it. Why did Hinshelwood move away from that? We couldn't get to Lowe. He was just too quick. His technical ability just kept the ball at arm's length the whole attack. But Hinshelwood was right next to Archer and he moved away at the very last moment. And Sheffield United take an early lead. Watch 22 in the middle. Steps forward, then steps back. And if he hadn't stepped back, we would have blocked that and it would have been no goal. But instead, we find ourselves 1-0 down against local rivals and playoff rivals Sheffield United. Archer with it, who's obviously returned to Aston Villa in real life this summer after the Blades were relegated. But he's still there and he's still scoring goals against us. Rudoni with it now, straight from the kickoff. Looking out for Williams on the right-hand side. No real movement inside. And he's giving the ball away to Archer. Sheffield United looking to capitalise on our mistake. Hamer with it now. Hamer with it in the midfield. It's going nowhere again. They've not really got a lot of options forward of him. They've got 4 players up there. And crunching tackle by Rudoni. That's what we like to see. That'll win him some fans here. Styles with it. Pushes the ball through to Rudoni. Into Cole. Cole makes it 1-1. Just moments after going behind, we go straight up the other end. Devante Cole gets another goal, and what a great finish that was. Rudoni winning the ball in midfield, finds Styles. Styles found Rudoni back. Rudoni squares it off nicely, and Devante Cole can fire past their keeper to make it 1-1. Great finish, love to see it. Good football. Rudoni with that tackle, he will make some big fans here with that sort of performance. 87th minute now. It's been another wish-washy dull game between 2 local rivals. Cadden can win the clearance. Only goes out as far as Robinson though. We need to see this one out. We can't lose here. If we lose, we really will fall away from the chasing pack. Robinson with it. Drives all the way and Buckley can get a foot in. Williams with it now. Looking up the line. Into Gibson. Is there an opportunity for us to pinch this right at the end? Cole. Through ball to Gibson. Gibson through. He's in behind them. But we haven't really got anyone up with him. Come on boys. Keep up. Gibson drops the shoulder, back to Cole. Cole takes the touch. Oh, it's straight at Gerbich, and we can't capitalise on the rebound. Both teams had an opportunity to win it at the death, but a draw is probably the fair result. It's not been great football. The weather's not helped. The local derby, the pressure of the fans. It's been a very tricky game for us. This game and the Leeds game, we've not really made a dent on both, but it's a decent enough point. We don't lose any ground on the teams around us because Sheffield United are the one that we're chasing. We just have to hope that other results go away so no more teams actually squeeze in between us and Sheffield United. 42-58 possession, 5-3 shots. It was an even game. A draw was the right result. And hopefully that sort of result can keep us in the chasing pack. Preston winning at Bristol City, Coventry winning as well. Teams around us are winning games. But before we have any time to concentrate back on the league, let's go to Elland Road. The small matter of a third round replay against Leeds United. And it's been snowing. Just to add some excitement to it, as Serencio Somerville bursts down the right hand side. Williams can't keep up with him. Buckley's just going to try and drop in just to try and block that cross off. Somerville, great feet. Back to Angelino, the villain last time for Leeds with his poor clearance. Great challenge by Connell. Great challenge by Buckley. Gibson looking to bring it away. No one on. Leeds are pressing really high. We need to try and sucker them in and try and hit the ball over the top maybe. Cooper with it. Out to Cadden. Cadden looking up the line. Styles. Good feet to drop inside. Hinshelwood now. Hinshelwood with it. Looking for the ball across. Is there some men there? There's Cole. There's a goal. Absolutely great counter-attacking football. We suckered them into their press. Hit the ball long over the top. Cadden found Styles. Styles drove to the byline. Pulled it across. And Cole was there to finish. It was simple tapping really. Lovely football. Hinshelwood here. Could have had a shot. Angle wasn't quite right. Rudoni was there. Cole was in a better position. And we do make it 1-0 in the snow. See how much the ball's bouncing around. Great finish. Pleased to see that. Hopefully we can keep the lead a bit longer than last time when they went up the other end and scored almost immediately. Great result if we can get anything at Elland Road, to be quite fair. But straight from the kickoff, Leeds are right on the edge of the ball. Rocker with it now. Gruev pushing forward. They've just got talent everywhere. There's not a single position like that we're better than them at. Gibson wins a tussle with Angelino there. 66% win probability. It's a long way to go. Ball back to Buckley. Buckley with it. Let's just keep possession. Let's see if we can just sucker them in just before half time. Ball goes wide to Cadden. Cadden cuts inside of Harrison. Harrison just dived in there. Styles has got it now. Inside to Hinshelwood looking for Rudoni up the left hand side. Ball comes into Cole. Cole pulls it back. Can Hinshelwood make it 2? Oh, it's a good save by Ortega. And Koch wins the resulting header, and that will be half time. We had an amazing opportunity there to make it 2. If it wasn't Hinshelwood, maybe one of the attacking players, we could have been 2-0 up. But what a first half that's been for us. Pretty even in possession. We actually had more of the ball than they have. 2 shots to their 1, and we are 1-0 up. 80% pass accuracy. We're getting better, I think. Ampadu with it now to Angelino. Back to Ampadu. Gruev with it going through the middle. Somerville now. Leeds have come out way more attacking in the second half, and they've got to because they're behind. And Williams wins a nice tackle there against Angelino, and Leeds can carry on with the throw-in. Somerville now. We need to not dive in. Buckley with a great challenge. Can't keep it in, but Leeds will get a corner. Somerville running at us on one side. They've got Nonto in the squad. Jack Harrison. They've got some real pace. Somerville wins the ball, but it goes to Nonto. Back to Ampadu. Into Jorginho Rutter. Rutter's through, and that's 1-1. Absolutely no chance. Similar to their goal in the first tie. Somerville cut through us, and now Rutter's done it as well. We just back off and back off and back off. Too scared to put a foot in because rightly so we're going to give him a foul. And Earl has just had to cover across for his defensive partner. Buckley was out of position. Keeper's got no chance. Maybe he could have stuck an arm out there. You never know. But not going to punish Cooper too much there. On the right hand side now, Nonto. Nonto drives up the line. He's so quick. And again, we just can't get to him. And when we do get to him, I don't want to foul him. And it's gone all the way across goal, and Somerville makes it 2-1. That is a really disappointing goal to concede. We didn't want to haul him down. We didn't want to trip him up. We didn't want to foul him. Maybe we should do, but maybe we can't even get close enough to him to trip him up. Really, really difficult one, that. Nonto bursting down the right. Cuts into the box. I thought this was a shot, but there's Somerville at the back post. Lovely controlled volley. Finds the back of the net, and that's 2-1 to Leeds United. First half, we were the much better side. Second half, Leeds have come out swinging. Substitutions have made a difference. Nonto and Somerville, both superb. Nketiah wins the header. Buckley gets it away, but not very far. Nwaneri up to Gibson. Gibson trying to look after it. Nwaneri's gone for the run. Nothing much on though. We've got to hold the ball up. We need to get our players up there. Nwaneri looks after the ball really nicely here and then gives it away. Thankfully, we get it back. Gibson can get it again. Williams with it now. Can he slot Cole? Cole's through on goal. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Devante Cole. Another finish from him. This man is on fire again this season, and some huge goals. This time shooting across the goalkeeper with power. 0.05 xg. No chance of scoring that, and and he blasts it home. Absolutely wonderful. Great build-up play down the right. We didn't give up. Nuaneri won the ball back. Gibson did his best. Williams played the through ball. Cole makes it 2. Last 2 minutes of the game now. Somerville driving at us into Rocker. Rocker's just using his strength to keep the ball. Nketiah now. Good towing, but it's broken. Pro. Back to Nketiah. Oh, it's not nice at all to be a Barnsley fan right now. And it breaks for a corner. Barnsley, you need to defend. Come on, boys. We can keep this tight. Let's get to extra time. Buckley rises well to clear it. McConnell with it now. Goes to the edge of the box. Angelino strikes. Williams can get it away. Keep defending. Backs against the wall. Angelino with it. No foul now. No foul now. Ball still in play. Nketiah saved by Cooper onto the post. That is huge. That's kept us in this tie. And this will be the last kick of the game, hopefully. Nonto with it. Styles brings the ball down. Williams can bring it away. We'll dump it forward, and that will be full time. With the squad as it is, extra time is not what we need right now. The squad's quite threadbare, but we've given them a game again. 58 possession to 42. 3 shots. We've only had 3. They've had 9. Nothing happened in extra time. Straight to penalties. Pro, top left-hand corner. Cracking finish. Waters with it now. Had to make some big changes in the second half and through extra time. Waters, bottom left, lovely. Still in the tie. Nonto against Cooper. Goes straight down the middle. Very composed finish. Gibson with it now. Ortega's going right. Oh, he saved it. Diego Lopez straight into the top right. Excellent penalties from Leeds so far. Nicky Cadden with it. Needs to keep his cool. Can we slot this to stay in the tie? Yeah, keeper doesn't move. Keeper expects us to go down the middle. Diego Lopez now. Oh, another chip down the middle. Come on, this is really uncool. McConnell with it now. Needs to score to keep us in the tie. So we go straight down the middle. Not with the chip. Pure power down the middle. Cooper. Pressure's on now. Angelino, the villain of the first game. We need to save this to stay in the tie. Angelino, if he scores, Leeds United go through. And he's bloody dinked it, hasn't he? What cojones that boy's got to do that in the 5th penalty, where if he scores they go through. The little Panenka down the middle, and yeah, that is super frustrating. I nearly kept the keeper in the middle for that. I thought they keep going down the middle with these shots, these penalties. We saw it against Coventry, we saw it against Swansea, we saw it a couple of times in the shootout. I didn't think on the 5th penalty he'd Panenka it. So I had to gamble. And we find ourselves out of the FA Cup. Absolutely knackered as well from it. Extra time and penalties at Elland Road. Against a local rival. We had Sheffield United in the Carling Cup this season and lost to them. Leeds United in the FA Cup this year and lost to them. But if you remember rightly, the possession was pretty even in our favour at the start of the game. In the first half of extra time, we didn't touch the ball once. Plymouth beating Sunderland. That's the top 2 in League 1 at the minute. 2 relegated sides from last year. And just to add insult to injury, we see another player making his departure. This time it's club captain Williams, the right wing back. He's been amazing for us through seasons. Similarly to Kane, he has been a stalwart at this club. He has been a superb player, and unfortunately, Bournemouth came knocking, and the league leaders, again, same as the Herbie Kane deal, we had to accept this deal. For the realism of the game, we could have kept him, we could have kept him growing. But when the league leaders come in and make a decent offer, you've just got to sell and move on. 3.7 million for him. Jordan Williams has been absolutely superb this year. Superb last year in the title winning season as well. Another A rating for the price. We're obviously doing it right. 4.3 was the best possible deal. We got 3.7. We do need to bring someone in to cover that right back slot, but we'll have to do it after the last game of the month, which is a game against Coventry. Last time out, we did get a win away at the CBS Arena. This time they're coming to Oakwell. They've won their last 3. They're on a real high coming out of this. Obviously a few ex-Barnsley players rocking about the place. Brad Collins in goal. Kitching and Thomas both in there as well. And we'll sim this one just to round out the month before we close the transfer window. And we finish with a 2-2 draw. Kitchen being subbed off. Right in a Spria score for them. Stiles and Connell scoring for us. Probably another fair result, but annoyingly, the result will keep us just outside the playoffs, I think. We really need to start turning these draws into wins. But Coventry, the better side on the day, probably a good result to get the point. Sheffield United winning again, Swansea winning really big as well. And we'll round out the transfer window with a couple of incomings, both on loan, both with players we'd like to maybe sign in the future. First one's the Williams replacement, and we bring in Lucas Stevenson on loan from Liverpool. Good right wing back, good centre defensive midfielder as well. Decent option for us. He's young, 65 rated. Really pleased with this. We were paying like 40% of his wages, and we'll hopefully have an option to buy at the end of the season. I'm pleased with this one. Says not good enough, but I think he'll be a real good prospect for us going forward. He's only 21. Similarly to Williams, we'll build him up. Him and Cotter will compete for that right wing back spot for the rest of the season, and then we'll make a decision at the end of term, see who keeps their place. The second incoming as well, couldn't rest on our laurels this month, and we bring in Dane Scarlett on loan from Tottenham. The young forward, it was between him and Troy Parrott, both at Tottenham. Scarlett edged it for me. Looking at his stats, I think Dane Scarlett will be really competitive in our division, and he'll fit our team really nicely. Pacey, his shooting's about the same as Nuaneri, but he's a lot quicker. Good dribbling, can play on the wing as well if we need him to. But hopefully we can really see him develop. So with 18 games to go, we are 6 points off the playoffs. We're 6 points behind Burnley. We've got an outside chance of getting in there. We've just had a really bad run of form, but hopefully we can put that behind us now and push on as we look into February. Our first game next month is against Blackpool, as you can see, and Stoke, and they are both down at the bottom. So if we can start putting wins against these teams that are struggling, we can really have an outside chance at pushing for promotion this year. It'll be early, we're probably not ready for it yet, and it's probably not quite the right time, but a playoff push wouldn't hurt. Defeat against Blackburn followed by the win at QPR. We then drew with Leeds and Sheffield United, and then exited the cup against Leeds on penalties. Then obviously we lost a couple of players this month. We drew with Coventry, we brought a couple of players in. I'm really looking forward to playing with Dane Scarlett in the team. Lucas Stevenson as well, good prospect at right back. Hopefully we're pushing in the right direction. The sales of Kane and Williams, difficult because they're both big club legends in the save so far, but they were both the deals we had to do, I think. We just need to keep pushing forward, and as I said, we face Blackpool, Stoke and Millwall and Derby and Portsmouth, all of which are in the bottom half of the table at the minute. If we get a good run of results through this, it could set us up really nicely for the end of the season running. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it, and I hope to see you next time.